Welcome everyone to my Immortal game series, and in this series I will cover the greatest and the most memorable games in a chess history which creates the lastful impact in the chess world. So we will look into the ideas, sacrifices and strategies and the brilliant move which makes these games truly immortal. So let's begin the journey with the greatest game ever played. So the first games I want to show it to you, it's none other than it's played by Adolf Anderssen and Lionel Kieseritzky. As you know, this game is known as an Immortal game. This game played in the year 1851 in London, and Adolf Anderssen was playing with the white pieces and he started with the move pawn to e4. And Adolf Anderssen, if I will quote one of his quote, he said that attack, attack and attack. Okay, so you can put the exclamation mark, like 1 exclamation, 2 exclamation and 3 exclamations in that one. So it's e4, e5, and he go for the move King's Gambit. And after the move pawn takes, like over here, generally the players play the move knight to f3, which stops the move queen to h4. But you heard of Anderssen, you know, it was like, okay, bishop to c4, queen to h4 check, king to f1, and here Kieseritzky played the move pawn to b5. This is a little bit of the dubious move. In this position, I will suggest that he should go for the move like a knight to f6, which attacks this pawn. And after the move knight to f3, the queen to h6. This is much better. That queen to h6, it's protecting the f4 pawn, as well as later on he can go for the move g5 as well. But after the move pawn to b5, Kieseritzky is like, hey, you give me 1 pawn, I'm just giving you back. Okay. So bishop takes, knight to f6, knight to f3, attacking on a queen, queen to h6, and over here he simply played the move pawn to d3, which defends his e4 pawn as well as create an attack on the f4. Of course, immediately he cannot take it because queen is protecting. Queen to h5, knight to h5, and in this position he should go for the move rook to g1, but here he played the move knight to h4. Okay, queen to g5, very good move he played. That's simple, just attacking both of the pieces. And in this position, after the move knight to f5, over here black go for the move pawn to c6, which is not a very good move. In this one, he should go for the move like pawn to g6 and attacking on the knight. After the move like pawn to h4, there is bishop to queen to f6, knight to c3, bishop to b7, queen to e2, knight to a6, and that's how the game should develop. And black is fine over here. But after the move knight here, he go for the move pawn to c6, and here g4. In this position, I think the bishop a4 or maybe the bishop c4 makes more sense, but is Anderssen, so he just go for the move g4, knight to f6, rook to g1, and in this position he just go for the move capture. Now this is the blunder in this position, and after the move h4, attacking on the queen, queen to g6, the only move, h5, attacking on the queen again, queen to g5, the only move, and then the move comes queen to f3. The idea over here is simple, bishop takes f4 and just wins the queen. Here you go for the move knight to f6, knight to g8, bishop takes f4, attacking on a queen, queen to f6, then knight to c3, bishop to c5, keeping the attack on the g1 rook. And here he go for the move knight to d5, attacking on the queen, queen takes b2, and after the move bishop to d6, this is a blunder. In this position, he just give the move back, that is a move is bishop takes, but here black should go for the move queen takes a1 check. Now of course the king cannot go for like b2 or g2 because the queen takes will come. So he has to go for the move king to e2, and then the very important move he should go for is queen to b2, attacking on the c2 pawn. So if there is bishop takes, so then queen takes c2 check and picks off the bishop, and after the move like king to d2, then bishop to g1. That's how he has to play it. But after the move this one, he straightforwardly go for the move bishop takes g1 and e5. The very important move played by Anderssen is like, okay, take my rook, I don't have any issue. The point is I just close the diagonal of this queen here. And after the move queen to a1, check, king move to e2, and here the last option, the last move he can play, that is somewhere just play the move bishop to a6 and just give the space to this king to run away. But after the move knight to a6, it's like final nail in the coffin. And over here, if you want, you can pause the video and find out the checkmate over here. And the move is knight takes g7, it's a check. So now you will understand the point behind to play the move pawn to e5, because now there is no queen takes g7 is possible because he already inserted the pawn on e5. King moves, and in this position white wants to play the move bishop to e7, it's a checkmate, but this knight is defending. So immediately the bishop e7 is not possible, and of course this knight is controlling the c7 square, so he played the move queen to f6 check, knight takes f6, and then bishop to e7 is checkmated. And this game you can just search it out on an internet, Immortal game. You can find out the variations, options, and all of this. And what is a prime lesson, what we can learn from over here, that still here, as you can see, that he just moved his queen and a bishop and it did not played any of the moves. Okay, but final move, and that's it, it just checked. Thank you so much for watching.